Hello everybody, I am King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti here with an extended look at our forecast. Happy Friday! We made it to the weekend. It's just about 3:30 in the afternoon on Friday, March 7th right now. It's been a spectacular day and really couple of days. We did get some sunshine today. As expected, a little bit of cloud coverage has moved in, but we are going to see even more changes as we head into the weekend with some rain on the way. And this rain it's going to be kind of complicated a little bit. It's not going to be rain for everybody from the get-go. It's going to kind of pick and choose who gets those rain chances first. So depending on where you are will impact how early that rain moves in. So let's take you to satellite and radar showing that cloud coverage that has moved through. We're starting to see some of that light rain already picking up along the north coast as of right now, Friday afternoon, early evening. And that will continue into the next evening couple of hours and into tomorrow. Really, as far as rain chances are concerned, for tomorrow, it's spotty showers for some. I'll get specific in just a moment. Sunday is our best shot at some widespread rain. Monday and Tuesday have some light showers that move through, but Wednesday is then going to be when we kick stronger rain chances back into play. So as we take a look at the next couple of days, we are going to keep rain in the forecast. Overall, that's kind of the big trend. We're going to warm things up before we cool them back down. So this is what we woke up to this morning, this Friday morning. It was cold in some areas. Look at that. Bellingham saw a low of 40 degrees, but Olympia actually did cool into the 20s. 26 degrees is what we woke up to. So a pretty big difference depending on where you were. Our South Sound communities is who saw the coldest temperatures. But as we head into tomorrow, and we're going to warm things up pretty significantly for those coldest spots. Some places won't see that much change, like Bellingham is looking at a low of 41 degrees, not far off from what we woke up to this morning. But down around the south, we're going to say goodbye to the chances for 20s and freezing temperatures as well. Around South Sound will be also in the mid to upper 30s with some low 40s. We'll save the sub-freezing temperatures for our highest elevations. Places like Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass will wake up to temperatures in the mid to upper 20s for your Saturday morning. We're going to see more cloud coverage and rain chances moving in tomorrow. So here's a look at the Seattle metro area for your Saturday. Our rain chances are going to favor the morning, and then we'll dry things out into the afternoon, but we'll still hold on to cloud coverage. But even though we have that rain moving in, we're actually still going to warm temperatures up. Highs for tomorrow will still stay on the relatively warmer side. In fact, we're going to see some areas near and even hitting the 60-degree threshold down to the south. Look at that. Puyallup actually could hit 61 degrees for tomorrow. That's also one of our driest areas. So areas that are going to see a better shot at rain will stay on the colder side. Areas that will see mostly dry weather for your Saturday will stay warmer. We'll talk about those rain chances as we look forward in our future cast. Here's a look at Saturday morning here, 8:30 a.m. And we see that atmospheric river set up. So it really is kind of that projection of rain that's heading straight toward the northwest. And that is going to funnel rain into some very specific areas. This is Wednesday morning here, and you can see over the Olympic Peninsula, those yellow and orange colors indicate the strongest rainfall of the day. That's going to be moderate rainfall along the coast, and Vancouver Island as well. We'll see that stronger rainfall for Saturday morning. If you look toward the Seattle metro area, we do have some light rain, but look just north of the word Seattle on this map. You see a gap in the rain. So there's actually some areas that won't see rain tomorrow morning north of Seattle. That's because of the rain shadow. Because of where this rain is coming from, the Olympics are going to block it from hitting areas north of Seattle. So right around Island County and then into Puget Sound north of Seattle is where we actually could see some dry weather tomorrow, not quite as much rain because of that rain shadow. As we head into our afternoon and evening hours, it's going to lift up to the north, so many of us will dry out during the day. We'll still hold on to some light rain chances over the Olympic Peninsula and to areas to the north. However, most of us will be drying out into Saturday afternoon. Then we're going to progress forward into Sunday morning. This is 10 a.m. here and it drops back down. So kind of those same areas have a shot at rain Sunday morning. Over the Olympic Peninsula, over the coast, our northern communities, but then it's going to finally drop down to the south and fill into Puget Sound and most of western Washington Sunday, late afternoon, early evening. This is a look at 4 p.m. here, and we have pockets of moderate rainfall that fall over the Seattle metro area and into South Sound as well. Look at the mountains. North Cascades will get some good snow Sunday afternoon. Then into Sunday evening, that system is going to continue to track south. We'll get some nice snowfall over the rest of our mountains, central and southern Cascades, as we start to see drying up to the north. Those areas that previously had the better shot at rain will get drying first. So by Sunday evening, we'll see some of that dry weather take hold. Let's talk about some totals. As far as rain is concerned, here's a look at our Saturday daytime rain totals. Along the coast, we'll see the highest totals, 1 to an inch and a half of rain expected around the Quileute area, so our northern coast around the Olympic Peninsula. Up around Bellingham and Mount Vernon, you have higher totals, yes, but even then it's only a couple tenths of an inch at best. Same thing around Bremerton and Shelton. But as you look down toward Puyallup, remember that's one of our warmest spots on the map. That is going to be one of our driest areas. We could not even get any rain in the gauge Saturday morning that far south. Then it's going to lift up to the north, but it drops back down Sunday. So here's a look at those Saturday and Sunday accumulations. So now we'll factor in Sunday as well when it becomes more widespread and moves through western Washington. At this point, even those southern areas will finally be on the map, but it'll be just a couple tenths of an inch up to half an inch of rain possible for most of us around the Sound. Of course, once again, those northern and western areas will see those highest accumulations. As far as snow is concerned, we are going to keep things kind of at and even just above the pass level this weekend, but into next week, check that out, we'll be dropping snow levels down to 1,500 to 2,000 feet starting next week. And if you remember what I said at the beginning, we do have some more rain chances heading our way next week, so it does look like next week is going to be a much better shot at some mountain snow for us. We'll get a little bit this weekend, but our northern Cascades are going to see the most. So if you're heading to Baker this weekend, get ready for snow. Everybody else, you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Here's a look at Saturday afternoon. Baker could see more than half a foot of snow through our daytime hours Saturday. It looks like 6 to 8 inches of snow, our best shot. Then as we add in those Sunday snow totals as well, at this point, we'll bring everyone else in on the fun. So our central and southern Cascades, anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snow look very likely. Baker will continue to add it on. This projection from the graph is showing that we'll see more than 2 feet of snow for Baker on Saturday and Sunday combined. I think that's a little high. I would guess probably closer to 1.5 feet, realistically speaking. A lot of times these models will overshoot and they don't actually pan out in the way that they initially show. That being said, our northern Cascades certainly will see our highest totals because that is where the moisture will be concentrated as we head into the next couple of days. Now we're going to fast forward things into early next week. So we see by Monday afternoon, there's another weak disturbance that's going to move through Monday into Tuesday. It's really not going to do too much for us. It's just some light rain. But then Tuesday into Wednesday, there's that stronger storm. So that's why midweek next week, we have a much better shot at rain. And at that point, that's when our snow levels will be dropping down fairly significantly as well. So that is looking like a great time frame to add on some of that mountain snow for next week. One more look at our 7-day forecast. Don't forget, Sunday is daylight savings, so we will be springing forward, changing the clocks to set an hour later. The sun will set an hour later, so as of Sunday, our sunsets will be after 7 p.m. And then as we head into next week, we will be cooling temperatures down to below seasonal norm. We'll be in the upper 40s into those low 50s. Overnight lows are actually going to cool down pretty significantly as well. We'll see lows in the mid-30s, could even see some sub-freezing temperatures by next weekend. So we will continue to keep an eye on that. But once again, don't forget, earlier this week, we welcomed back the first 6 p.m. sunset. And then with daylight saving, we're going to change that to post 7 p.m. And as of yesterday, we are officially 2 weeks away from spring. The spring equinox is March 20th, so that is 13 days away at this point. So 2 weeks from yesterday, a lot to look forward to. Hopefully you enjoyed the sunshine that we got this week because we are settling into this much wetter pattern into next week. But at this point, I will say our rain and our snow totals are all in a deficit. We're not above average in any of those moisture departments, whether it's low level rain or mountain snow. So yeah, the rain certainly is a little bit gloomy at times, but we need it. This is the time of year when we should be getting it to set ourselves up for success down the road. So stay with the King 5 weather team. We will stay on top of this forecast and keep you up to date. But as of right now, it's looking like that wet weekend is about to commence.